Now to Australia, where they're facing those massive fires, already among the worst in that country's history, with more than 12 million acres scorched.
The Chinese president, Xi Jinping, says his country is waging a serious fight against the demon coronavirus outbreak.
At least 7 people were killed in clashes over India's new citizenship law in New Delhi on Monday.
Taal volcano in the Philippines has thrown molten rock into the sky.
Coronavirus officially hitting the U.S.
This is big breaking news coming in, and this is very, very worrying for India. One positive case of the coronavirus has been detected.
The world must prepare for a potential coronavirus pandemic. That's the warning from the head of the World Health Organization.
This woman apparently being taken against her will by China's newly deployed quarantine squads.
In the last half hour, the US Senate has found President Trump not guilty of abuse of power and the obstruction of Congress in his historic impeachment trial.
Now, a short time ago, the World Health Organization declared the outbreak an international public health emergency.
We now have a name for the disease, and it is COVID-19.
The number of cases worldwide of the new coronavirus is now more than 80,000 across 36 countries.
The top Iranian general has been killed in an airstrike while leaving the Baghdad airport. The Pentagon confirmed the U.S. military carried out the attack.
Ukrainian passenger jet plane has crashed shortly after takeoff from Tehran, killing at least 170 passengers and crew.
Federal investigators are looking at new clues about the final moments of the helicopter flight that ended in tragedy for 9 people, including Kobe Bryant.
Breaking news, the Pentagon confirming that Iran has launched a series of ballistic missiles targeting American forces in Iraq.
The outbreak is showing little, if any, signs of slowing. Confirmed cases worldwide, 650,000.
Worldwide, Italy continues to be the new epicenter for the virus.
The 2020 Summer Olympics, now the latest major sports cancellation caused by the global COVID-19 pandemic.
A quarter of the world's population is now living under some form of lockdown due to coronavirus.
The U.S. Navy has finally acknowledged that videos appearing to show UFOs flying through the air are real.
Attack on doctors who had gone for coronavirus screening in Indore has generated widespread outrage.
Many of the migrants who work in Delhi, thousands of them had started walking.
A Pakistan International Airlines plane with more than 100 people on board has crashed into a residential area in the city of Karachi.
As we speak, there is a powerful storm slamming into eastern India. It could be the worst the area has seen in 20 years. It's Cyclone Amphan.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has not been seen in 2 weeks. At the same time, speculation grows over his health.
Developing news from the United States. It's in relation to the death of the unarmed black man, George Floyd.
Destructive protests are swooping across America from coast to coast.
The United States of America is unraveling for all the world to see as race riots leave many of the nation's biggest cities burning in almost unimaginable scenes.
Mass protests here in the United States have sparked a global movement against racial discrimination.
The UK has fallen into its largest recession on record because of the coronavirus lockdown, contracting by more than 20% between April and June in the biggest slump of any major global economy.
Indonesia's Mount Sinabang erupted again today, launching a huge column of ash 5 kilometers into the sky.
Tensions are running high between China and India. This week, soldiers from the two countries brawled along the border, leaving at least 20 dead.
The world's leading scientists have expressed their delight, along with a strong note of caution, following the news that a vaccine against coronavirus has proved 90% effective in early results.
Breaking news from Lebanon. The capital, Beirut, has been hit by a massive explosion.
India and China are holding fresh talks aimed at ending a month-long border standoff in Ladakh.
The Indian government has banned dozens of Chinese-owned apps over apparent security concerns. Now, the list includes wildly popular video platform TikTok.
The Bollywood star Sushant Singh Rajput has died in Mumbai. He was found hanging in his residence today.
Actor Chadwick Boseman died at the age of 43 following a private 4-year battle with colon cancer.
We start in India, where at least 18 people were killed and more than 100 injured when a passenger plane skidded off the runway in the southern city of Kozhikode.
This gas tragedy that took place in Visakhapatnam has indeed left all of us shocked.
America's top researchers say Russia's cutting corners to develop its coronavirus vaccine.
Heating up, the UK media is reporting that the vaccine developed by Oxford and manufactured by AstraZeneca has shown good results in the first phase trial.
Tens of thousands of protesters in Belarus have taken to the streets of Minsk and other cities for a second Sunday in a row. They're demanding President Alexander Lukashenko's resignation, accusing him of rigging elections 2 weeks ago.
Democratic candidate Joe Biden has won the U.S. presidential election.
The France-Turkey row has escalated, with protests spreading across the Muslim world. At the center of the tensions is French President Emmanuel Macron, who has declared a tougher stance on radical Islam.
North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un had gone missing from the public eye for a couple of weeks this year. There was speculation about his illness, possible death. The dictator reappeared in the month of May. 5 months on, he has been recorded weeping in front of the masses. What has happened? Officials in the Indian state of Andhra Pradesh are still struggling to identify a mysterious illness after the number of people affected continues to rise.
Turkey has been struck by a powerful earthquake off its Aegean coast.
Getting you the latest ground reports on the mega farmers' agitation. Farmers, as we speak, hundreds of them are trying to make their way to the national capital to protest against the recently passed farm laws. In several points bordering the national capital, the situation is tense.
We got some breaking news. Google is suffering a major outage this morning.
In a sudden turn today, the British government warned that a new strain of the virus is, quote, out of control.
Another strain of COVID-19.
New strain of coronavirus.
A new variation of coronavirus.
New COVID strain